In this video, I am going to show you how to customize an awesome app to make it look kind of different from the rest of the site. For this, we are going to take the samples app and show you how to do it. So, as you can see from this samples app page, we are using currently the global site header and footer, and we are going to customize both this header and footer to look different for this app, while the site will continue to have the main header and footer. So for this, we are going to take the code from this free Bootstrap template, Flexor, and I'm going to show you. So for that, now I am into the config of the samples app, and we are going to start by changing the header. The moment I created a header app in the config, see what happens. The header is gone. The site header is still here. So I have already overridden the header. Now let's try to put some HTML into it. We are going to copy the code from that template I've shown you about. Here is how it will look. Just a minute. We have to clean the cache. And this is the HTML that we have just pasted. Now, of course, we have to write the CSS for this as well. So we usually put in the module itself, or we can use this in the site skin. Now let's see. So you can see now this Flexor theme depends on Bootstrap 4 CSS. So we are going to give it the Bootstrap 4. Now, there is an interesting thing. In app config, if you see this, in app config, scripts allows you to collect app specific scripts and styles to put in one place, and it adds to the core script. So uh, we'll create a scripts module and put the link for Bootstrap 4 in it. Now, as I told you, scripts module adds to the global script. So whatever we have included in the core scripts here, that CSS in the app will add to it. This script module allows us to selectively include CSS, JS files that are needed for a particular app without having to include in all the pages of by included in the global header. So now if you look at this, this is how it looks. The header is overwritten while we're still using the global footer. So now let's quickly override the footer as well. We'll be doing the same stuff, copying the footer from the template and its CSS. For that, we need to create a footer module in the config of the app. And the CSS. And as you can see, we have overwritten and changed the footer as well. Now, while the header and footer of this app is changed, the global header and footer is still the same. That has not changed. So this is how you can override the header and footer of an app if you need to, and give it a different look and feel if you need to, using the config section, adding additional scripts, etc. Now let's see, how do we do the same for the posts? So let's open the post here. As you can see, it says single content layout is missing because it is currently looking at single content layout in config of the app. Not finding it, it looked for the single content layout in core, and not finding it, it has given the error. So let's first create a core layout. So here's a sample code. Let me quickly explain the code to you. Uh, this is how we get the post title, the date format, featured image URL, post content, the loop, and next and previous post. Now, since this is a core module, we'll have to purge the cache. Now let's see how it looks. This is the, because it's a core, it is responsible for single page layout of all the post types within the site. So this is how the global looks. Now this is, let's see, this is how the app single page post single looks like. Now we want to customize this post layout to look different uh, from global layout. So for that, we have to go back to config of samples app and create a single content layout module. Now let's see, because it's blank, it is not showing anything. We'll be putting a code here. This one has been copied from this template, Flexor. So this is the blank HTML right now. We'll be putting up the relevant code here. Let's see. This is just the reference code, blank, still blank. Now let's put the post title in the right place, which is this. Let's post the author name. which is this. To put the author name, we have used post post.author meta.display name, and to post the published date time, we have used post date and the date format, and the entire content has to be here. So wp.get post.the content. We are using the content to ensure that the content filter of WordPress gets fired on the post content. Again, the author name, since we don't have this, we'll just remove it. Yeah, so let's look at this. The author, date, time, the content, right? So this is, while not a great looking layout, is a different layout from the main layout. So you can see that while the main content layout is still looks like this, we have customized the app's single content layout. Now the app config have other options as well, like you can have post single layout. Of course, we have single content layout. We also have post single layout. We have collection post type layout to overwrite modules or pages. And we have one more interesting option, the layout. See, so up till now, while we are running this, we were still using global scripts. We are still using the Monomyth themes page to render this screen. Now let's say I want to completely customize this page, completely. So see this, this is still coming, all these scripts still coming from the Monomyth theme page, as is the case here, right? Now let's say I completely want to completely customize this layout. In that case, in the app, we have something called as layout. Once you publish this layout, and unless you can write your own custom HTML, something like this. Basically, your own head, meta, your own body closing tags, and your own header footer, whatever you want to do. Complete customization possible. Now, we are going to use this layout service, backend layout service, so that okay, spelling mistake. And you can see that the HTML is completely different, while the site, you know, still has the same. Yeah. So with by using the layout, you can control the event. You can even control the HTML that is generated for the page. This is our default backend design service, which gives us this layout. We use this layout for our manage screens. This way, basically, you can completely customize the look and feel, the header, footer, or even the whole HTML of the page of a awesome app in Awesome Enterprise.